realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
New game, because I was making sure it's working. Okay. Myst tonight indeed. Really not planned, but there you have it.
There was no sound from the game.
Not that I could hear. But because it's the first time playing it, I don't know how it compares with the mic. Please do let us know if there's absolutely no sound from the game or if the voices are too loud.
Right now I have no sound mostly. There is no sound. I did that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you're in the game, I think. It's weird that there's no sound whatsoever.
Can you please push the... There is sound. Push the cables in. Oh wait, also.
No, we're good.
Is there sound from the game on the stream?
Are you getting any sound or any music?
Because it's showing here.
It is. Maybe you can push it up a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Well, alright, let's have a look, shall we?
But now we need sound.
It is true that without
No.
music.
Pull and plug in.
Sure.
There we go.
There it is.
Wait. Nope. Nope.
No.
Wait, why is it doing this?
We're not getting the sound from the game, that's very annoying. Oh,
Sorry. Too loud?
that was very loud, yes. No music, thank you, Grumbledunk. It's really odd. Sounds working fine for everything else, but not for the game. And in the settings you've just checked, we have it there.
Good, actually quit. Would be nice if we had the other Myst.
That's the one I had installed. That's the one I had ready. And that's the only one I have. Giving the game another chance.
Really?
It puts you where you were, yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, well that's... such a shame.
I mean we had the sound for like a little bit. I'm sorry. It's extremely loud.
But if we don't have the sound from the game, that's quite annoying.
I don't know what to do.
Neither do I. Myst is... But if you push this one up,
It doesn't play anything, it would show it.
bummer. Sorry.
I don't know which one is which, honestly.
Normally it used to leave it on default. Anyway, that's for OBS, so if we're not getting anything from the game, then it's probably that the game is not doing anything sound-wise.
Can you please take off your headphones? Cause
Sure.
no.
Oh.
So this is captured on stream, and that's coming from the speaker's device. However, everything is on the real texting device, so nobody can hear that. And that's because since the update,
Oh, don't tell me.
speakers were not the default anymore. So we need to set speakers as default. Now.
Earlier during the day, I was happily browsing the internet, and all of a sudden the computer crashed. So I had to restart it, and I found out that it's because
There we go.
Windows was updating.
I think we should have it fixed. I'll just restart the game.
Okay. And indeed, I didn't think to look at the settings. Then again, why would Windows change my settings?
Windows.
There we go. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. That was the warm-up.
And sorry for interrupting the great intro.
Oh well. Ooh, that's really loud now.
Okay. Right.
Let's enjoy that. Phew. What an intro.
I like it.
Yes, but much
I might be
like...
biased, but I like it.
Exactly, much like I can't be trusted with Morrowind, you can't be trusted with Myst.
So, if the sound is...
The moment I fell into the fissure, the book would not be destroyed as I planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
The sound effect right there.
So, what do you know about Myst?
I know that they are Linkin books because I have one in my house mod. I think you need to click on the book.
Oh.
You're dancing to the music. Oh my goodness. I did not realize how crazy you are about this game. Now we're gonna go to this land.
Enjoy the fly-through. Thank you for the sound effect. What was it?
I don't know. Now we can go?
It doesn't show the alerts here.
No, I have the same thing.
Okay.
Stay in the game.
Let's enter or tap the book, whatever that happens. So that makes happening.
You somehow never heard of the game back in the day? When was the day? 96?
Three. I'm going with the classic Myst.
Of course.
Right. So we are suddenly on an island.
Is that our ship that sunk? Or we just fell there? We just fell there.
No, we got there through the book.
Yeah, we
Didn't
fell
even-
there
No,
through
not
the book.
fell. Just appeared. Linked.
We linked through the book.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Not much we can do here, can we?
No, I think you need to go forward. You know how to climb that. Spoiler!
It's a door.
But I didn't know it was a door.
Huh. What would it be?
I thought we agreed that you were gonna let me make some suggestion as to what's what before you click on
Yeah,
whatever
but
we
you
need.
start next to a door. Let me at least.
I
know.
didn't see the door.
Well, it's a square-shaped hole in the wall. Anyway.
Let's approach the puzzly thingy. Oh, there's a note. I want to read the note. Setting dimensional imager. Okay. We don't know the code yet.
Oh, what is this?
It's a little too loud for me.
It does nothing.
Thanks.
Try as it might, it does nothing.
Not enough power, and it goes poo 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 poo.
So
Yeah, so really you wouldn't have a chance to try the game when it came out. So we want to try some of those numbers.
let's do 40.
I liked 47 personally.
We'll try both.
This is the island.
No.
The mountain.
It's a mountain, yes.
The mountain where we want to go?
No, it's just a mountain.
Just showing us a mountain. Brilliant.
$47.
Yes, please. Let's go 40. It's just a test. We don't care for that, do we? This is a lever.
It's a marker switch.
A marker switch.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's what it said on the thingy. Looks like there's nothing else here.
What was the third one? 60?
67, I think.
Still, what was it?
Water turbulent pool. Which is what we had in the beginning, actually. I think. Yep.
Just that. Okay. Fair enough. Let's go look for the marker switch thingies, shall we? Because I've already seen one.
Oh, have you?
Mm-hmm. There. Just there.
What do we do?
Up because it was down.
Okay.
And then if it doesn't work, go to the right. So we can have a view. Try to get an idea of where we're at, okay?
Nope.
Can you go behind that?
No.
No.
Try
Okay.
as I might, I cannot. I mean, I could if I set it to free mode, maybe. I don't know if it wants free mode or the original Myst mode.
No, I'm fine with the original Myst mode.
Okay.
Not to mention that if the original Myst mode doesn't let you go there, then there's nothing of interest.
Yes. Oh, I can do it with the right click.
That's
Just
the
sort of look
free
around.
view, yeah.
So we
And
understand.
wait, what is that?
What do you mean?
Right here.
It's just a part of a gear.
It's a gear, okay. Alright, let's assume we're done with this. Alright. And that first little building, that's as far as I got. Can we read the paper? Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forward chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switch on this island into the imager to retrieve this message. Did we get the actual message? I don't think we
Well,
did.
no, because we don't know the number of marker switches, do we?
Oh, really?
So
The
far-
number? I thought it was the number
No.
for the marker switch.
That was
Hey,
the
Nora.
diagram. Hello.
Hack and slash RPG, is that what we're playing?
Yep,
It's a hack and slash RPG?
of course.
I don't like hack and slash.
Oh, it's okay. You'll learn to love
I've
this
been
one.
lied to. I thought it was adventure, puzzly, and very pretty.
So,
We've had 2 markers right now.
we have had to indeed.
We're waiting, Norm. We're waiting.
Look at this forest.
Can you go there?
No.
No, you can look at it.
Yeah.
It's rather frustrating.
But here's the third marker switch.
Indeed. And that building in there is exactly
One
where
of
I
yous.
got. This really, I find that very creepy. Hey, sorcerers,
You
welcome
find a
back.
chair creepy? It looks really comfortable.
No, it looks like a dentist chair. And all the red, is it to make sure the blood doesn't stain? I don't know. Oh. You're in the chair.
Yeah.
Double happy, sorceress.
That's
We can-
time travel.
We don't
To the year
really know.
5469.
I've always wanted to know what happened during that time.
Yep. It looks like we have some piece of sky.
Amazing. I'm
There's a
guessing we're
button.
gonna have to find a date somewhere. No, don't leave us in the dark in there.
But it's an observatory. See? There's stars.
You won't make me forget that it looks like a dentist chair. And when I first came in, I saw all the red, and I got worried. That's pretty though.
There's nothing scary about Myst. Not Myst one at least.
Spoiler.
What?
The pleather chair is gonna be dated no matter where you time travel through.
Is this real Myst? So it is a 3D remake. I don't particularly like it very much, but you know.
But that's the only one that I had in my library of games, and so that's
Yeah.
the one that is installed. Sorry,
It's fine.
it's not very respectful of the old school game.
That's right.
That's the
4.
fourth one.
And there's a.
Wait,
You
that
can
sound.
knock on the rocket.
Does it make different sounds?
No.
No, I was just testing, you know, if there's some hollow space behind it, that sort of thing. I've seen it in a movie, okay? Okay?
Oh, look at this cable. Interesting.
It connects it to... You're so subtle. You're so crazy.
Aren't I?
Yeah. Follow the cable.
Oh, Zork.
I
don't know about
remember
that.
Zork.
Have
I
you
did,
played it?
Yeah, I did start playing it. Didn't go
The original
very
one?
far. Yeah.
The text one.
No. Careful.
Yeah.
That's 5.
No,
But
that's
no,
not
that's
a marker
not it.
switch.
That's not it.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yes. What was that red light? These red lights. Symbols. Animals.
Boat. No.
No, it should go.
I know it should, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. This game is so wrong.
Where's the game of the century?
Ooh.
0.
You did complete it, Sorceress. Well, kudos. You didn't feel like an easy game.
No, look. Marker switch. 5. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We should maybe have a piece of paper with this because we're gonna instantly forget.
Me? Forget. Do you even know who you're talking to?
Exactly.
Fine. You don't mind that I am keeping the journal?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure that you enjoy it, so
Isn't drawing the journal your favorite thing?
it would be if I was playing the game for the first time.
So, marker switch, we're at 5 right now.
Yep. Also, because you're in control, where do we go?
Well, how
Would
about
you
you
like
put
to-
me back to the time machine?
The time machine.
Yeah, that's where we were. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
We couldn't go further that way?
Back? No, that's just
Okay, alright.
landscape.
So you can go to the light. You want to look in there?
In here.
Yes. Now, you see that I quite like. You still have your old notes? That's commitment. You still have yours?
For
Might
Riven,
still have the exercise book, yeah, you had for Riven. Can we look at any of these books? Oof. We won't be traveling anywhere with that one.
no. But fortunately, some of them.
Like the beautiful one that doesn't look as burnt.
Reading time.
I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this... You wanted to read.
I can take
Go
turns,
for it, love.
but you need to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship.
Nice.
I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them.
Now you can continue.
As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly,
But
subtly.
wait, how
What?
did they spell colors? And you played this game
Oh no!
with
I'm sorry,
American
this
English?
must be the wrong version of the game.
Right.
Slowly, well, it is an American game.
It is.
Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, and then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water. Normnoria, that's not how you spell that word.
Best.
I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder.
Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope. By rope ladders that stretch from the lower path to the village level, approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily task. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people.
At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely grey, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise, this creature could speak my language.
Dun, dun, dun. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motion that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but He is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me.
Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. No, yeah, I have played this game, you know. The humans dwelt on the ground,
No,
and
he
the
didn't.
tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suppose.
I suspect.
Suppose. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal.
One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I'm not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me. Although many details are very unclear in my mind, I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet the old man believes in the truth of the story, as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all human, as if they were heroes or gods.
The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent.
They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carry it away. He was lain down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion, one of the three creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is still dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon, so that I may learn more from them.
Before I continue,
Yeah.
Normally, if you were asking me how many years ago, it has been less than 5 years ago that I played the game.
So not that long.
So I still remember it.
Most of it?
Yeah,
Good. So we won't get stuck.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants.
Mhm.
I also remember forgetting all about the moment I could play marathon. By the way,
Yes. Yes.
oh yeah, your notebook is not muted. No, my notebook is not muted. Could you
Ah.
mute it?
Let me mute it for you.
You also remember forgetting all about it the moment you could play marathon. Yes, marathon was one of my other favorite childhood games.
Because you're so old now.
But it was my childhood.
It was indeed. It was indeed. Okay, let me pick up the reading. Catherine is staying behind as expected. My sons have returned with me and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoian H. Sirius has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect of the tree dwellers. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it.
Much to my dismay, upon our arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Coctic?
Shostik.
Shostik.
Whichever way you want. We can go with the French reading.
Shostak.
Shostik.
Shostak.
Shostik.
I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly. After checking on Cirrus, are we paused? Are we stopped? Are we
No,
online?
it's just buffering.
Can you decrease your quality, by the way?
Sure.
Right. After blah blah blah, checking on Cirrus and Achenar here. See Everdune's journal for more information. Yes, there's more books.
Yay!
After watching Cirrus and Achenar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. And for a little longer time.
The tree
Okay.
The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Achenar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days, and have been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Achenar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Sirius and Achenar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and travelled some way into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and I'm reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black. I thought they were 2 various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but love myself.
Those tree dwellers.
So funny, so funny. Chocolate, that could be a better word, a better name.
We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think over their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again.
So that's the tree village.
They were planning to build a bridge.
Do we have to remember that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They're just sort of nice sketches.
They are. Ooh, that was one book. There's the big blue one over there. It doesn't
There's
look...
this one, there's this one, this one, and this one. And this one is interesting because it has a gear symbol on it.
So it explains, oh my goodness. There is an awful lot of reading to do there.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe... Sorceress, come on. I was thinking maybe we should not read the books until... ...
Mm-hmm.
so that we don't spend the entire stream just reading these books right now.
Okay. We know enough to carry on a little bit then?
Yeah,
Wait,
I mean,
okay.
we can contemplate a bit about...
This looks interesting.
Yes, so let's open this blue book.
Oh, it's a new land. It's a broken TV land. We need ink for that. We need to put the page on the tree. In the tree. In the tree? I don't know. What am I saying? In the book.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, listen, really close.
Okay.
Serious? Are you? See you. Nah.
Uh-huh.
Help me. Bring me blue pages.
Bring me blue pages.
Yeah.
Forever and ever. Pages. I must have the blue page.
Got it, got it. He looks positively insane.
He needs blue pages.
Oh, thank God it's over.
So I believe he introduced himself as Akanar.
Well, I know he was talking to Sirius, so I inferred that was the brother.
And look, there's a red one.
Oh, bummer. I hope the message is better quality.
Oop. Listen again.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ears ready.
Who are you? Bring me a red page.
Bring you what?
Red page.
I can't see it.
He can't see us.
Need a red page, you must. Wait, wait. I am serious.
Sirius.
There's one thing I'm ready for. Rescue.
Rescue. That was even worse than the previous one.
Yeah, so it was very fun when I was playing this for the first time because I could absolutely not understand them.
Do you know what? I can't say that I understood a lot of it.
Yeah, it's really low quality. Tower rotation.
Wait.
So this looks like a map of the island.
Yeah, of course we started. Oh, I recognized the rocket.
Here.
We arrived there, we went up there. It looks like a big fat gear.
Yep.
Interesting. That's the time machine. I'm in the observatory,
We're
and
right
we're here right now.
There's-
And these were all the symbols, but we still don't know what they're for.
Interestingly
It's
enough.
the weird painting ever. Did you do something? Let's go over there.
Okay. Oh, so I think this one has a day-night cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So the sun is setting. So it's
In
kind
the-
of
in the original?
pretty. No.
Yeah, it is pretty.
The original had no time. I like this though.
What's happening in the sky?
I think that's glitching.
Ah.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Oh well. Well, I can see, I mean, this is the remastered version, but
Nope.
nothing changed.
Nope.
That's very disappointing. What's that? Wait, what is that?
It's the sun and there's a tower on top of the hill.
That's the tower that on the map while you were pivoting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just thanks to the sun we can't really see much of this tower.
It's because we spend too much time reading the books. You know how time flies when you're reading a good story. Or when you're watching really, really good videos.
Alright, well let's...
Look at the others.
Alright, well there's this.
Oh wow. That's some funky painting right there.
And suddenly there's a door.
Huh.
And likewise, I think if we press this... Actually,
This is a different door.
ta-da! We're closed in.
Fair enough. So that's the door for outside.
Yeah.
I see.
So let's venture inside this mysterious passage.
It's a lift.
Really? Okay. What gave it away?
I'm just really sharp that way. And we are on the library floor. Or we're going to the library. Goody, more books.
Nah, we were in the library.
Um,
Now we're in the tower.
What?
And there's a little visor. Also, the music here is very good, but the ambience just kind of overpowers the sound of the music.
We can't tweak that in the settings. I think it was just one sound setting. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Maybe I shouldn't change that right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna break the stream.
Let's not break anything.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we have turned the tower towards the gears,
Yes.
and now this little slit
Is looking that way.
is pointing towards the gears. Also, there is a symbol of the book here.
Yeah, I
Which-
did see that going up.
Could be about the library. Who knows?
Could it?
And there's a key as well.
There's another room we haven't found yet. I don't know, locked room. Oh! Could that be... No, a date, that's weird. Looks like a time.
2:42:21.
Grabbing the journal. What? What?
I mean, I apologize.
No, I see it. Okay, fine. Instead of writing 240, I wrote 224. I don't know why. I just like 24.
Put a gear symbol next to it so we know it's related to that.
This?
Yes.
I didn't know it was related to the gears.
Well,
Spoiler!
spoiler. I know.
I should play this game without you, honestly.
I apologize.
Do you think my drawing of a gear is not good? It's a complex gear.
It has at least 3 spokes. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
In different sizes and all
Jeez.
that.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay. Were there any other symbols?
no.
Spoiler.
Just walk past. Well. No, we're trapped. No. I think we have lost the game.
Okay. Well, thank you, chat, for
watching.
hanging. Silly. Yeah, one wrong number. This is what I get. Jeez.
Yeah. Nothing bad could happen with one single wrong number, right?
Nah. Are you trying to what?
Make us dizzy?
Okay. First person in the chat to puke loses the game. There, that's a mini game.
I don't know about that, Calvin.
Nah.
Normally I'm open-minded about your games. But this one I'm not sure.
Not that one. Fair enough.
Okay.
What's up with the boat in the water? I mean the mini boat. The replica.
Well,
The sky
knows?
is very, very glitchy.
oh well. Hopefully it doesn't...
What's the... behind you? Turn around. Again. That.
This?
Yeah.
Well, let's go there, but in the meanwhile,
Can we reach
marker
it?
switch. Number 6.
Got it. Jeez.
And... Okay, let's walk this way. So there is a tower,
I
a
don't
clock
suppose
tower.
we can swim, right?
No.
Hmm.
However,
You can go... Turn it. Keep going.
so...
Oh, that's the time. Oh, I know this one. 2:24.
15, 20, 4.
But that's
Darn.
that's the small needle.
Yes,
this
I
one
know,
is
I
a
know, I
2.
know. We got
No.
sounds.
No.
Wait, no. We got sounds.
Yes.
What are
But
they?
I'm guessing they might be from the
What?
the girl streamer channel, because when I was streaming this morning for the girl streamer, I would get the sound alerts from my channel as well.
But wouldn't you have to have something turned on for that?
I don't know. I promise you that's what happened. That was weird.
Okay. Anyway. So, little one on 2.
Yes.
Big one on 24.
That's the little one again.
Darn.
There we are.
24.
Try 40.
Oh.
I got a feeling. Wow, a path of gears.
Yep. Marker switch.
Yes. That makes 7.
It does. And here we have...
I think we're gonna try 221.
Yeah. How about 333?
No.
Let's flush. Nope. 311. 122. 121. So if we do this, it resets
Okay,
to 3.
alright. This moves the top 2 and this moves the lower 2.
Try as we might. 223. 231. No. 212. We want 221.
We want 221 indeed.
Also, this thing is going down. And now it's gone all the way down, so we need to reset it.
You mean you failed?
Apparently so. So how shall we solve this puzzle?
You pull the levers.
Which one?
You tried to trick me.
Yes, I'm tricking you.
Okay. Start with the right hand one. 2.
Admittedly, this is maybe a bit unfair.
Isn't it one that you just keep trying until you get it?
No. Because it's kind of easy to see that no matter
What you do?
you cannot get to 2-1.
Hmm.
You'll be always one off.
Are we missing a gear or something?
We're missing an interaction.
Ah, a gear or something.
If you hold it down,
Yeah.
only the middle one keeps turning.
Okay. So it really does take a bit of trial and error there.
Yeah, I feel this is one of the slightly unfair bits of yeah, of Myst.
Complicated lose. True. There we are. Oh god. And what is there?
Interesting.
We need to place an item there.
No. I mean, yes, sure.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
No, a heads up, we have no inventory in Myst. There's no items.
Alright. Yeah, okay. That's
So-
pretty unusual.
Anyway, we have seen that before.
We have. Look at all the stars in the sky.
Yeah. And also the crazy stars.
All of them, yeah.
It's like a
Oh, don't
it's
go
like
too fast.
out of
You're going
glitches.
to break it.
Okay.
So where did we see that before?
Marker switch. That makes 8.
Got it, yeah.
Well, I know it might have been subtle. Sorry. But we have
Yeah.
seen giant gears right there.
Yes.
And interestingly enough,
Mm-hmm.
this gear has moved. Just
No.
like the one that we've seen in the little tower.
Ours. Oh, please. It's just a book.
Yeah.
There's no crappy video. Okay, bring the green page. Ooh, it's an actual world. Yes. It's pretty. You're hoarding it. Sorry, Norm. We'll pretend we're hoarding stuff. That's which world is it?
Well,
It's the gear world.
maybe now is the time to read the book with the gear on it.
Yes, I
Before
guess
we
that
go
makes
into
sense.
that world.
I wish you could pick it up though.
So we're gonna spend the night in the library.
I think it's fitting. It's a shame we don't have a cup of tea to go with it.
We do?
We do?
Yeah, it's on the table.
You made some in
Yeah.
my cup. Thank you. Okay, gear book.
Get us the cup of tea as I read.
Fine.
Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures. And it was.
Dun, dun, dun.
I didn't know you could be determined to have a different adventure.
Sure.
The sky here is dark and grey and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him.
He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its wall, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post at Thames, attempts, wow, at peace were turned away, and the sentries were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ship sailed away.
The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for protection.
With a gear room.
Dun 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 dun.
Hey. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building up the old city's ruin, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its grey sky. They detest the grey sky and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like the blue skies in Myst. Ooh. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing.
It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography.
Ooh.
I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. Power, track slope. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us.
Let's hope so. Oh wow. So there's the fortress with the track all around it.
And 3 places to go. It's like a rail junction.
Okay, alright. Do we need to remember this map as well?
Not really, just what it means.
Fair enough. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched their boat leave. This is their flag. Okay. Indeed, Norm. Last night we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. Yes, why not?
Who knows?
The old man told me that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that the blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe. I have begun, but first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of this tide. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that would ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. What, all 7 of them? 6 of them?
Details.
I mean, I'm not sure it's a great idea to let them multiply. Anyway, though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness have been lifted from their shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, let's go there. Are we gonna find all kinds of inbred people?
Nah.
You
Don't
don't
worry,
think so?
everybody's dead.
Ah, so much better.
So you wanna...
I wanna.
What's up with the sounds?
I'm telling you.
But,
It's
yeah, but anyway. You wanna reflect a bit on what we have read in the 2 books so far?
yes.
Let's reflect, go for it.
We're traveling. You want me to sum it up for you, right?
Yeah.
So this guy has his wife Catherine and 2 kids, and he travels through ages. To do that, he needs to prepare a book with ink, magic ink. I totally know that because I played a mod for Minecraft. So there's this one, and there's the mechanical one. And now we're going to the mechanical world with a fortress that is sort of a crossroad with 3 other platforms.
And he also seems to spend his entire living just writing books and going across the various worlds and visiting their inhabitants and stuff.
Adventures and all that.
Yeah.
But apparently his son got in trouble at some point.
They do, yes. And
Yeah,
somehow,
you know.
somehow they got put in a red and a blue book, and all the pages were torn off. Somehow. Also, as we can see, there is no way back.
Exactly, I was going to say, where's the book?
So, here we are.
Okay.
There's the fortress, there's this hill, there's the second, and the third is hidden. Also, the sky is no longer black.
Well, that's good. Not good. You
Yes,
want
yes,
the
good,
black
good.
sky. We have all kinds of buttons.
It's a combination lock of some sort.
Okay, so we'll have to look for this symbol somewhere. That's a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Let's have a look in the fortress. The water is very, very oily.
I don't think it's meant to be oily.
Well, it's just the way it looks.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that panel there?
What panel?
Just above the door. Is it purely decorational?
Might be.
It's not worth guessing solutions with a game like Myst. I wouldn't be expecting to be able to, you know, just get lucky with a combination. And it's a lot more fun to look for it and then draw it in our little journal.
Yes. So we have remembered the map
Of course we remember the map.
by means of taking a picture of it, but it's not that important.
I
It's
think it's
just
because you
we have entered up here.
didn't trust me to draw it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, you could have drawn it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's 2 big rooms. Hello.
Hey,
Mr.
Prof. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's an interesting bird. Is it mechanical? There we go. Amazing.
Yep.
Who needs a pet when you have a mechanical bird? Reminds me of
Of what?
do androids sleep or dream of electric sheep? All the birds are gone. This is the best you can get.
Yep. And everybody pretends they look just as good as the original.
Yeah. Some interesting paintings you got there. I wonder which age they... Oh, that looks like the little one we saw over there. That looks like the ship we saw over there.
Hmm. Over there is called Myst Island.
The place where we started?
Yeah.
This is Myst?
Not this, but that one is Myst.
Okay.
This is Mechanical Age.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's what I said before we read the book. The linking book. That's the clock. Okay, so this age has a little museum of everything we have in the other one. We don't see ships approaching. That's good.
Here are some mysterious materials that I can touch.
And make colors. Yeah, I'm sorry, Prof. We started the stream just before I actually changed the content. Sorry for the false alert. False alert? False alarm. Total conversion for Morrowind. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay, so we have a yellow one, a blue one, and a red one, and they have different shapes. We have a...
I'm not sure these are important, but
No?
sure.
I know this guy.
Cirrus.
Really important dude.
You sure it's not Cirrus?
It's a really, I mean, he just inspires respect.
There's a little...
Chessboard with a compartment for the chess
This is
pieces.
really annoying. Wait, it's not from... I would have thought that's from Girl Streamers.
No, that's from Myst. The beautiful
Might be an
music.
Easter egg.
It's amazing.
Hmm. Okay.
If we could carry things, I would expect you need to bring the pieces of the chessboard, but
So having studied the map carefully,
yes.
we know about a secret passage.
Wow, we squeezed through that one fairly easily.
Yep.
Serious, your greed sickens me. Oh, your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects, not to pay you
You.
new tax. Yes, and you know that they listen to me. Regards, Akanar.
Yes, so this is Akenar's handwriting. And this is a message for Cirrus,
Yes.
who's apparently very greedy.
Well, I mean, considering that he's got his own subjects, I don't think he's an angel either.
And here's a red page.
Ooh, that we want to put in the red book.
Yeah, so this is the only actual kind of item we can
that
carry.
we can carry, I see.
I think if you press something, you can drop the page. Yeah. But let's not do that.
Well, we want to keep it, right?
Yeah, we're carrying the red page right now.
Walking around with a red page. We just need to find a red book, right?
Well, we know where the red book is.
But we don't know how to get back to it.
Yep. Oops.
Is that just lights?
Well, let me actually first. This is presumably Akenar's
No.
room.
Presumably. And you were making fun of me.
Was I?
Were there any audio clues in Myst?
I know in Riven there are. I'm not sure about Myst right now.
Fortress rotation simulator.
Calibrating. So this is power.
Clearly.
Well, it was in the journal.
Yes. That was a clue. It's like hitting a pot. Did the game dev actually have pots and they were hitting them in the studio?
Most likely.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's better than sit here. It's better to sit here than go outside. That's pretty. Oh crap! An ice storm. Yeah, do stay in. Get yourself a nice cup of tea.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like we can do much. Because if we put in the power. Oh, there we go.
This is turning it. So that would be one pass.
No.
We missed it. I swear they had all kinds of pots and glasses to get just the right sound. Not sure how they did that one with pots. And that's where we were.
Oh. But I believe this is still a simulation, so it's not really important.
It doesn't do anything. But now we know how to turn the needle around.
And what sounds they have.
Oh.
And there's Akenar's secret passage. Also, we can see, you know, how different the two brothers are.
We're getting a definite medieval feel with a love for blunt weapons.
Well,
And
that looks like Akenar indeed.
because you know him so well.
Well,
What's that up there? Is it a camera?
a camera.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. The light?
Behind there, the red one.
Light. I'm sure.
It's a red light.
Yeah.
Well, this guy is getting more and more interesting by the minute.
Yep.
Let's have a look in.
Sword and a helmet. Well. And a prison cell. With electrocuted.
It's lovely. Lovely
Bars.
guy. Lovely guy.
Yeah, gotta love Akenar.
Poisons. I'm feeling sorry for the
And a blue
father.
page. As you can see, we cannot carry the blue and the red pages simultaneously.
So the red page is back where...
Yeah, where we found it.
Okay, fair enough. My guess is that both brothers are bad.
And
Feel sorry
you
for the
just
father.
solved Myst.
There we go.
You win, that's it.
Do you think it took some people hours to figure that out?
Hmm.
Foley artists are very important.
Yep. Okay. Well, now that we have visited the two rooms of the brothers,
Let's find a book to travel back anyway.
so there's a little circular room inside, in the middle. There seems to be nothing here. But in the journal there was a illustration of steps.
Oh, I see. I did tell you about this one. You just chose to ignore it because you wanted to
It's
visit the
better
room
to,
first.
yeah, visit the two rooms
Fine, fine, fine. A switch right in the middle that's saying, flip me, flip me.
first. There we go. We seem to have set this to a red color,
Okay.
and
Where are
it
we
was
going with
turning
that?
something there.
Yes. So
And
it
now
opened
this is
the
open.
door. And we're gonna go through the red left.
How did you know?
I guessed. I totally guessed. You remember this room?
So this is the middle. No.
It's broken.
We've gone from bottom, so let's go top.
Lovely place. At least you still have your blue. Was that a light? Or yet another glitch?
What do you mean this?
Yeah, just there.
No, I don't think there's anything there.
Okay.
In fact, this room seems quite pointless, doesn't it?
Right now.
However, we can look up.
And what do we see? We're both peering at the screen right now. Me, I see not much.
Seems dark in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, we need a switch somewhere.
Let's try to go down. And that's where we were. We cannot go any further. So what's the point of the middle?
That doesn't open? Hard to tell.
Interesting, isn't it?
Not sure that's the word.
Intriguing even.
Yes, this is the word. So, you want to get to a different color?
A different color?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know, if you go back in the room down there.
But no, it just closed this.
Yeah?
It just turns it.
To open it, no, I get that. But there was not
There was
another
only black
setting?
or red.
Okay.
Like red when it was open and...
And black closed.
Yeah.
Alright, makes sense. And here we have...
the entrance.
But we haven't actually turned anything right now.
No, 'cause that was a simulator.
Exactly, yeah.
And here we have not much.
I'd go as far as saying we have nothing here. And these symbols, we haven't seen them. Oh, this was...
It's the cyan logo. There's a triangle.
We haven't seen those yet. Go back in the first room. Yeah. I prefer the look of that room.
Yeah.
At least there's a minimum of culture. It's a bit more refined,
Well,
a bit more regal.
Cirrus tried to keep appearances, I guess.
Spoiler!
What's spoiler about it? I mean, you can see it for yourself. Sit in this throne.
So what about this room is actually only appearance?
Because, you know, all of it,
All of it.
isn't it?
But I don't
I'm
know.
not saying it's only appearance, I'm saying it certainly has appearance.
Yeah, certainly, you know. Illusions of grandeur, maybe. Alright, but I don't see anything more.
I'm trying to see if there's anything on this throne. But it would seem not.
Okay, let's switch. Why did it let you look over there, though?
What do you mean?
Between the throne and the bird.
Because that's
Oh,
where
that
the
was the passage.
secret one is.
That would have been there.
I don't know if there's anything else here. We have the red page again.
So, I've got a feeling that the game is one big spoiler. Spoiler after spoiler is that I got a feeling that we're gonna have to make a choice.
Between Cirrus and Akinar.
Yes. Like, whose pages do we bring back?
Sort of.
You don't want to say anything.
Well, no.
Fair enough.
Oops.
So it has to be. Somewhere downstairs.
Well,
Why are there only 3 lights?
the first one is there, I think.
It's broken.
Sure.
Don't you wanna fix it? So it is really either on or off, and there's nothing else in between.
Yeah, the thing is, the diagram
Mm-hmm.
in the journal shows this setting
I see.
for some reason. And there is a point of gear room that we have not been to yet.
That's the lift is going to go to Mac now. You were paid to type that. I hope you were paid a lot. And please don't start talking of being paid to say anything. The next thing I'll see is that the games are rigged, and
Aren't they?
no,
You sure?
I am so sure. So how do we go to the gear room?
Well, the only thing we seem to be able to control is the angle down there on the diagram.
But then it makes this closed, and if you go around, you cannot go around.
No, I cannot.
Rigged is not operational yet. But we're working on it. So it's either you open the door and it doesn't really take us anywhere, or you have it the same way as the diagram and then we can't use the door. Dun dun dun.
That about sums it up, yeah? Are you sure about that?
Well, it's been a while. So, do you remember anything useful there?
Remember,
Yes.
you mean I'm not supposed to solve it good and proper?
Well, me, I want the 4th light to be lit. Right now, that's the
I
most
think they're all
important.
lit, honestly. Like, it's just because of the angle that just because it's a pixel off, it doesn't show.
But, okay, we need it. We need it to be red anyway, for the door to be open. We want it red and shifted.
For it to be open, yes?
Well, that's not gonna help.
Oh yeah. However, if we have it open, we can't really do much, can we?
But the only way to have the symbol red
Yeah, it's when it's open.
is when it's open, I know. But is with this configuration.
No, it's when it's like this.
There.
When it was down. However, we have basically 8 sides. Like it has 8 settings.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps one of them is more interesting than the others, I don't know.
You don't know.
No. So this was the one where it's completely opposite of us.
Mm-hmm. It's neither what we have on the diagram nor open.
Yes. But we have already looked at it this way.
Hmm.
Let's try. No. Wait, actually, how many are there? If we start with the red one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10.
Oh, I missed one. You shouldn't need to brute force it.
Did I put the angle wrong? Look for clues. We have had the diagram in the in the book.
About the fortress.
And there was the, I guess it was the 1, 2, 3rd. 1, 2, 3. Or the 4th?
It's hard to tell between the two.
And actually, did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's try this one.
From the diagram, it looks like it's one more, but
It does, yeah.
then again, I wish we could have a look around it. It's very frustrating to not be able to look everywhere and go everywhere.
Well, that's how it's even more frustrating in the old game. Or the original game. However, there is also I don't know if this is a clue actually. I doubt it.
Well, I don't know. Doesn't look like any of the symbol we've seen or the diagram we're trying to work with.
We have one last thing that we have not really explored is this. But then let's assume it's because the
That
lock.
would open it there.
Yeah.
And without the combination we cannot. I would assume that the clue for, that particular door and lift would be inside. But then I don't know how devious the game can be. Can it be devious?
Oh, so devious.
The clock is showing the wrong time. It's showing...
It's a different time, yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird.
However, we cannot return right now, so...
But do you think it would be worth trying that other time?
I mean, you can write it down just in case.
3:35. Mostly it's been a while since I put anything in the journal. And I want to redeem myself by writing the number. It's your least favorite of the worlds. It's starting to be my least favorite word too. The moment you start going in circle. And then,
welcome to Myst.
and then when you find what you have been looking for, you go, that was it? See anything special? Not really.
And the thing in the middle has no special markings.
When you align them, can you click on the red button? No.
It's just a display.
It's just a display, okay. Well, let's have a look around. Maybe we miss something once the door is open. And we are trying to... Okay, let's have a look. Up was the dark room, right?
Yeah. And there seems to be nothing here. Except for this.
Which doesn't seem to do much, at least for the time being.
It looks like there's the controls to actual fortress, because we've seen the simulation ones where two like worse like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're up there. But we can't really access them, can we?
Apparently not from here. Can't go higher up.
However, if we press the middle button, it's on a timer apparently.
Mm.
And the controls are in fact
Nice.
perfect timing. Hello, River.
Hey, here's
Okay.
welcome back to the stream. Oh, this time we're not gonna do a simulation.
Yep, now we're gonna do this.
Yeah, it's very similar to Zor. Okay, now we're moving the gears. Are we gonna have the sound as well?
I would assume so, but I guess not.
Oh, that's a little bit disappointing. How you doing, Zeriva? You wanna try it again?
Yeah. Yep, Zorg has been dropped twice indeed.
If we play long enough, it could be 3 times.
Looking forward.
It's hard to tell how far you're pushing it, though.
Well, now we're centered on something.
Well, that's what happened when you lowered the power one.
Yeah.
If you were a little too far with the angle, it would sort of
Oh wait. And that was the sound. I forgot
Yeah.
to drop the left lever, I think. So this was the first one, right? To
No.
bury... No? It's
No,
not
no, the
pot enough?
not put enough. This one was, you know, more like glass. No.
This is the third one, which had no connection. So I think the next one should be
The one we're looking for? At
the
least
one where we
first one.
started, actually. Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay, so this is where we started.
Only gets to work. Your cleric beast was interrupted. I'm sorry, Zeriva. There's always, you know, tomorrow's stream. You can hear it again.
Okay. Let's have a look at the second island of the 3.
Yeah, maybe we'll find something of note. You have to, right? Find something of note.
Of course. And just appreciate the fact that we're walking everywhere with the note stuck in front of us. The red page.
Yeah, we're carrying it everywhere. You might have to come back later when you're actually able to watch the stream. No, don't get mad. And well, we should be around for quite a while. At the, you know, the pace we're solving puzzles.
And we're not tired or anything.
Nah, I'm not getting up early tomorrow. There's
Two symbols.
So
Your journal.
my journal.
This is where you come and play.
There's a half moon, and I think this is definitely fire from the stove cooking something, or the sun rising on top of the mountains, just whatever you
Yes,
call
yes.
it. Am I drawing it pretty for you?
It's pretty enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Just make sure to emphasize that these are, or it looks like they're the second 2 symbols.
Third and fourth.
Yep.
Okay.
Noted.
Easy. There was nothing behind you?
No.
No, you have to go up the stairs. Fair enough, fair enough.
So let's turn the fortress to the last island.
So we think, so we hope. The lower floor, we still can't get there.
No, that's where we start.
Alright, sorry, I thought we started, you know, kind of in the middle. Do the sound things. Someone falling onto a bed of spikes. A Apparently, can you die in Myst? No.
Let's say just no.
You mostly cannot die.
Yeah.
You can die of despair over not finding what to do or where to go next.
That's exactly what I meant.
Mm-hmm. It's a warning. No. I think it's the sun over the mountain range. It's the sun over the Alps, or some such.
And here we have the first two symbols,
Okay.
surprisingly enough.
Didn't see that one coming, did you? That's so beautiful. Okay. You may go and enter the combination. So which page are we bringing back, by the way?
Well, I'm currently holding the red one. Also, there's a ship right there.
Dun dun dun.
If you look at it directly, it sort of fades because fog.
Because it's a well-known fact, you can see further.
From the corner of your eyes.
Yep, that's how it is.
It's a spooky little detail right there. Also, I believe that by turning the fortress, the telescope in Cyrus's room.
Shows something different.
That's right. But it's still
It
nothing.
looks very similar.
Alright. Let's turn the fortress.
I have a question.
What is your question?
There were only a handful of survivors left.
Yes.
Apparently in this room there's the lift, the controller room and 2 bedrooms. Where on earth did the other people stay?
Hand wave. They might have had. They slept on the gears, okay?
On the gears. Right there, there's a problem with your game. Ah, the pot. We're back to normal.
Of the pot.
And you don't want to let me do the voiceover and the sound effects in your games? I have pots. I can do stuff.
You can bang a pot with
Yeah.
a spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. It's gonna
We'll
be.
keep that in mind for the next game jam, okay?
Mm. Okay.
So hopefully the convoy is going to open the trap door right there, where we'll find the book. Okay.
So cyan logo. Down, thing up.
Yeah, that one.
Spikes.
The sun
Spikes.
over the mountain range, and the moon. Half moon.
Huh?
Dun, dun, dun.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thought? Indeed.
And guess what's inside?
A book.
A Myst linking book.
Oh, we can go back to Myst. That looks very dizzying.
And in fact, it is. The suspense. It is. The ceiling of the library, gotcha.
Oh, with the light. Amazing. Truly
Okay.
amazing. So which page do we have in our little
We
hand?
have a red page.
A red page.
Cyrus's. Shall we try to put it in?
Oh, we're gonna have to listen to him again.
Return. Thank you for bringing me back.
You're welcome.
You must continue.
You must.
I must. I'm his subject now.
Is serious. I beg you to find
I prefer that. I prefer the begging me than the ordering me around.
release me from this book which has become. I need more red pages.
Please, back.
Don't waste time.
Of course.
We'll
Dude.
waste time if we Yeah, you know what, Norm, I think it would be funnier if that was the actual dialogue.
My brothers. And I, wrongfully imprisoned.
He was wrongfully imprisoned, the poor
Bring
guy.
the red page to me.
Please be it. Oh, the acting right there. It was so intense.
Oh,
It's
you
like
see me. Oh, don't look at
so
me.
so much emotion
Oh,
without
yes.
words.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go back and get the blue page.
You sure?
Well, it's not that I really want to go through those painful messages, but we want to get as many pieces of the story as possible, no?
I guess.
You're not very enthusiastic about that.
Yes, it's true. But it's true that it would take more time to reopen the age. I think. Actually, maybe this one stays open, so never mind.
Hopefully. Yeah, the acting is quite something. Out of this world, out of this age, that's what it is. Are we Catherine?
No. Are we?
I'm asking.
Let's check the wiki. No, I
No, we're not.
don't think so.
You want to electrocute the page? It's a very, very ugly one.
I'm sure the man behind it is just a beautiful, kind soul.
Yes.
Especially
doubt.
considering his handwriting.
Do you know what that is?
It's a wheel, clearly.
Clearly
What else?
spinning on and on and on.
If only you had a spin the wheel game, this would be the perfect time to play.
We don't have spin the wheel.
Darn.
Okay, brace yourselves. I'm just going to take off the headphones and you tell me the important things.
Bring blue page.
You must please
Bag.
beg, don't waste
Acting.
time.
He's returned.
Oh no, but this one looks insane, like a lunatic.
Ages rescue me.
So this one is a lunatic and the other one is just a cold-blooded.
My brother, I beg you.
He's
Begs?
okay now. He begs this. He's blue.
Be complete.
I'll be complete.
Always blue pages.
Always blue pages.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to him.
Don't listen to Cyrus.
Of course not.
Now listen to my brother.
No, I'm not. Is he gonna cry?
He's a fool and a liar. Bring me the blue pages. The red ones. Don't bring the red ones.
Not gonna bring the red
no,
ones.
red.
Promise.
I've been wrongfully imprisoned.
Oh.
He's not insane, not really. It's just the acting is that good. Pages. I mean, they're both saying pages the same way I say cappuccino.
You sure?
Desperately, yeah.
So there's this fireplace. Let's just go inside the fireplace.
If you press the red button, you start the fire.
Yes, we're now in an oven.
That's not good. What are you doing?
I'm doing a little smiley face.
Oh, okay.
Because it's been a long stream. So yeah, you can do this in Myst. It's the stress relief.
Exactly, I was gonna say yes. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, now we need to turn this around so we can go and explore another age.
Yes. Which one shall we go next? There's the boat. There's something there.
I like the
and
boat.
the rocket. Let's go to the boat.
Camera trouble. That could be it. Is there a book about the boat?
Let's first go to the tower thingy. Actually, never mind. Let's look for it, shall we? Nope.
No, okay. The
I
speed.
think this might be it.
There's a boat there. Okay, I'll start. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they were. I like this Emmett guy.
Creative.
Down to earth. A group of sharp rocks
Could be a
clustered
politician.
together. No, that's too obvious, too clear, too understandable. The rocks, because that is what they are. A group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This is where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far of a distance. One day another person appeared on the rocks, for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named the new person Branch, because that's what he was.
Thin as a stick. Okay.
Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys, or they were boys.
Yeah, Emmett and Branch.
Clearly.
As classic a duo as Bonnie and Clyde.
A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Obviously, Emmett has the monopole on naming. Emmett said the boy should be called Will.
Just imagine you're the guy who gets Branch.
Must be so gutted.
Will.
Like, why couldn't I be Will? Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. It's a lovely island.
Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree, While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They did not understand, not that I expected them to.
I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by Father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observation, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named number of constellations that pass above me. Also, during the night I catch glimmers of light from the horizon. We've seen those. Which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will.
Also, this is clearly a submersible lamp.
Yes.
The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me. I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I have also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light toward the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means.
Dun, dun, dun. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I have decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plan slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The light is at the top, and the alteration was what? The angle a little bit?
I don't know.
The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days.
I believe this is the lens, and this is the light, as in, it's a top view. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse, and in the morning I woke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl.
Uh-oh, trouble.
She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for a fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors.
I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written.
I think Starship Age bird's eye view.
Yes, but go back.
I think...
But I want to see the picture.
Oh.
So there's a boat, 2 pieces of boat.
What? Why two?
Well, because that looks like, you know, the prow, like the head, and this is the back of the boat.
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like it.
So he tried to write a boat into the world using his art, which is clearly how he writes the books. But he misplaced the coordinates, and the 2 cells overlapped. There was some clipping.
Serious clipping there.
So that happened. And this, or this maybe, or this, I don't know, is a lighthouse somewhere.
Could that be it?
Could be this, yeah.
Okay, alright.
I think of this I think of it this age, as a gift to myself, that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order.
It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years, and the cool breeze are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new food and showing me new material they have discovered. It even seems that they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 to 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friend, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. Oh, constellations. We don't have a date.
No, these are just constellations.
Okay, the Eye constellation, the Snake constellation. My goodness, so many of them. The
I'm taking
Scarab.
pictures.
Yeah, apparently I'm not good at drawing. You're so proud of Branch, Stick and Rock. That's not their name, I don't think. I mean, their names are bad enough. And, I mean, Branch, it couldn't get worse, I guess. Okay, so now we've read about this age.
Okay. Let's have a look in the tower.
Just like that.
Yep.
Okay. Picture clues, yes, we got them. You don't want to be in before you pull that. I mean, what do I know?
Who's the Myst Pro here?
You are.
That's
You are.
right. The doodlebug, the chicken flamingo, yep. So now, this points at the ship.
It does indeed.
And what's on the opposite side this time, I wonder?
Is that going to be for the...
Time travel?
Yeah. October 11th, 1984 at precisely 10:04 a.m.
Yep.
That would be me, probably. Then we have January the 17th, 207, and the time. Yes, I said 200, but
Yeah,
you know, I
that's fine.
write the correct number. I swear I know numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And the time is 5:46 a.m. Finally, we have November. Are we gonna have to find those constellations for those 3 days, and that's gonna be the symbol?
Yes.
Yes. November the 23rd. Oh my goodness. 91 at 6:57 p.m. Got it.
Cool.
Yeah, we're glad we could entertain you, sorceress. October the 11th, 1984. I could have been taking care of my little brothers. They were just a month old.
Ah, those were the days.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's a beautiful morning.
It is.
Also, very clearly, these are the symbols. So let's go
And have a look at the constellations, shall we?
Let's go have a nice trip.
This so doesn't look comfy. Okay, October the 11th. Hey, we get the music. That's nice.
October.
11th. 1984.
Okay. 11:04
10:04 a.m.
10:04 a.m.
This is not annoying at all.
No.
So which constellation is that?
I think this was the bowl. Let me actually check.
Do look at the pictures, please. It's a good thing, like when you don't know the game, you go, oh crap, I have to go back to the library and look at them.
It's a leaf.
It's a leaf. You're laughing
It's
at
a
my
pretty
drawing.
leaf. No. You don't have to put the details.
I want to. Guys, at the end of this stream, I'm gonna tweet the photo of the journal. Apparently it's very, very laughable.
Anyway, January.
January the 17th.
12:07.
1207. Mm-hmm. 5:46 a.m. That was last week. Hey, you know, Ghostbusters never gets on. And turntables, very cool, very vintage. Which one is that?
This looks like the snake.
It is a snake. I can totally draw a snake.
Make sure it has a little tongue.
Sure, no problem, I got it. And the stream will be happy to wait while I doodle my snake away.
Yep. And the last one is November 23rd.
Oh no, it looks like an earthworm.
Put a little snot so we know it's earthworm
No,
Jim.
no. Yeah, definitely looks like a worm. Sorry.
97, 91.
November the 23rd, 9,791.
And 91.
91 indeed. That's honestly, sorcerers, just to not waste too much time drawing and doodling, we did take pictures of the constellations. Yes, Norm, I promise I'll tweet that page. So beautiful. I'm gonna make it pretty from now on.
And this is not the anchor.
No, it doesn't look like it.
It's not the snake. It's the bug.
The bug, the scarab, oh my goodness. Okay, well we have the symbols. You can get out of there while I try to draw that.
Yes.
Snake piece.
Yes.
You know what?
We'll send snake pics.
The snake, yes. It looks like a worm, honestly.
Alright, so while you're drawing the thingies, I'm gonna press them on these nice buttons that go wow. What's the last one? Snake, bug, and leaf.
It was in order.
It's not in order.
There's no order? Okay.
And look,
It's floating!
do we remember this boat from somewhere?
But that's the one in the water.
Ta-da!
It's floating too. Oh, amazing. You're laughing at my drawing again.
No, it's just cute that you're still drawing it, even though it's kind of unnecessary now.
It amuses me.
Oh, good. So we can.
Next I'll make a portrait of you. We'll see if it amuses you. Oh wait, what do we have there? Another leaf.
That's the leaf that we've seen on the book, actually.
I see.
And
Ooh.
here's a linking book that made it suddenly go dark.
Kind of like on the Maureen stream when people were talking about safe word instead of secret word. Yes. There's a lighthouse. There's a
In
storm.
a stormy island.
That's no good, is it?
It's called the Rocks. Or no, Stone Ship Beach.
Okay.
Shall we venture forth?
Yes.
Do we have all the party gathered?
Yes. Do it. Click.
I believe the guys had a lot of fun making these noises.
Definitely.
And here we are.
Oh, it looks like a sad, sad place. What do we have down there?
Water.
I see. That looks like a nice place to have a cup of tea, you know, when it's not raining.
So there's two walkways. And we can go up and we can go inside. Well, no, we cannot. Because the water is too high. It seems it started raining here a lot.
We're gonna have maybe to find a way to drain the water.
Of the entire world.
Yes!
Wow,
you can
you're a
write it
hero.
off, can't you?
Well, we are not
We need
trained
a
in
key.
the art.
Wait, we can't carry keys. How are we supposed to open that?
I wonder. No, I don't think we can. Oh look, it's a key, but it's chained. Really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Especially how the key is standing on. How did you do to the boat?
What did you do to the boat?
Oh, me. I did nothing to the boat. I drew a pretty one.
Well, let's try the other pathway.
Yes.
I'm amazed that we're not afraid to walk over these rocks and the storm on
Oh, it's
this
because you cannot
tiny
die.
plank. Oh, that's good then. It's a little umbrella.
Yeah, that's
She's
great. Let's go
covering
there.
this.
Let's go there. It's
We
a
can
trap,
press these things.
possibly. They have different. Oh, what's happening? It will
It's
be
going-
worth it if the water level has lowered.
Okay.
Show me.
Oh. Oh.
Darn.
Was such a perfect plan. Where's the other part of the boat? And more water. Let's go up.
Looks like, you know, I was gonna say stick and branch. Emmett and Branch and Will. Looks like they were right to fear the water. So we're gonna need a direction to. That's the lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
Do I want to remember the number associated with the lighthouse?
Possibly, but right now we don't know what for.
Yeah, but you know.
I mean, it's at 135.
135 degrees. The lighthouse.
You totally think of us as one-dimensional people.
Norm, are you trying to imply that I expect Allel to program whatever I need?
Also, this like not at all afraid on the slippery,
No.
tilted.
We got sure footing.
Yeah, it's very
Go faster,
slip resistant.
faster,
Let's
faster.
go.
So let's have a look at the lighthouse.
Oh, but now there's no water in here.
That's the pump that we used. That went. Plop, 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 plop.
Have been going.
Yes, you do it so well.
You need order in your, life. What? You need order in your life. Wow, this is also very trippy.
Trippy, is it?
Well,
Look at
this.
you. Jump. Jump. We need to connect something there. Oh no, it's gonna... What is it doing?
We're draining the chest, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, fair enough.
However, it's also locked.
Is the key also nearby, but on a chain too short to reach the lock?
Well, actually,
I've seen
let's
that.
go up this trippy staircase.
Whoa. Why?
Our mode of locomotion is...
You're gonna make it fall? Can you make it fall?
I wish.
Kick it!
But you see, it's here. It's tied to this tiny chain. That's right there.
I see, I see. You
So-
want to...
You see, now that we have drained the chest,
You need a wheelbarrow.
I can close it, and now it's watertight.
And it's gonna float
That's right.
to the key. Nice.
If you can't, this is a wisdom of
Yeah.
me. If you can't bring the key to the chest, bring the chest to the key.
That's revolutionary. You're having a little too much fun listening to that. And do you always do that?
But always when playing this game,
Yeah.
of course, every single time.
No, that's possible. Every time I level up in Morrowind, I go, oh. So,
And this middle one may...
barfing on stairs, please don't.
Okay, but first we have a look here.
Oh, look at that. Jeez. Didn't see that one coming.
Ah, this is...
You can grab it.
I can grab it very...
And there.
And that's
Yeah, you
how
don't
we
know where it's
just
been.
interrupt the luck.
It's 200%
Yeah,
realistic.
bye-bye luck. We don't need
I
you.
hope we're not gonna have to pump the water again out. I'm a little worried.
Okay, so we are in the lighthouse.
You know, I didn't set a secret word.
Oh well.
We'll keep it for tomorrow.
Hmm.
Are you pumping something again?
No. I'm just holding it.
Charging the battery. Oh, that's the gif I put when I tweeted about the game. It's fascinating. We should bring popcorn. Should it change color when it's full?
No, I think it is full.
Okay.
But we don't know what to do with it yet.
We want to power something. Is that important?
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Does it really?
I guess it's a compliment. To Myst.
Of course. Okay, but we have pumped out
Yes, finding the machine.
using the machine that goes...
That one. Yes, of course. There's a door.
Was there?
Oh no.
Right
Okay.
there, just blank.
What
There's
was
no
that red
doors.
square though?
Okay, let's go from the top, shall we?
Okay.
So here we are at the top.
Yes.
There is nothing here.
No, nothing at all.
Nothing here.
Agreed.
Nothing
Where
here.
was the red square?
What red square?
A red square
Where is the red square?
that appeared for a second. It was a glitch. It was a giggly glitch.
So, barring glitches,
There.
this one I was getting through.
But I was so ahead
How
of
do I
you.
get through that? Just floop. We're very athletic.
Yeah. Hey, I like that.
You wanna live there?
I believe I could.
We'll make sure the water is pumped up.
Is that connected to the wall?
I think it's a... it looks like an arrow.
Okay, there's an arrow sticking out of the world.
Yes.
Whose room is that? Is it Stick's room?
Might be... the guys's.
The guy's is. Oh, there's another one on the other side
Yeah, there's 2 rooms at least.
with arrows sticking out.
Or you mean your globe?
What do we have in there?
I wish I could tell, but I cannot. There's
A
bottles.
dagger,
and
bottles.
stuff. You know, the sort of thing you have in a medieval desk.
Oh wow,
Of course.
fancy.
The sort of thing you have at a medieval desk, as I said. Glasses.
Oh,
Maps.
wait, no, wait.
Flag.
Yes.
Oh, it's the flag of the evil guys.
Yes,
Interesting, isn't it?
yes.
And the red page.
Oh, a necklace.
You want to wear it on our character despite having no actual character. Let's equip it. We're gonna look pretty.
I'm sorry, I'm used to picking up necklaces because they're light and valuable.
We'll sell them to Akanar for red pages. So we can revive Cirrus instead. I have a red page. Red page, red page. Anybody? Want a red page? Just showing everything on a red page.
Wait,
Well,
those. Oh no, those
because
drawing.
this is a red page. This was Cirrus's room.
Yeah, it has better taste in rooms.
This looks like the sort of place Akanar would live in.
But what were they doing here?
And they were living.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I think we're gonna lose the game.
Are we gonna drown?
What's happening? But mostly it shows us, you know,
Show
a
show
view.
me. Interesting. But where do the two brothers fit in the story? Okay, move, that's it. Dive in the water? Nah, it's not a good season.
Well, whatever we did, it started off an alarm, so let's go here. Where it's not alarmy.
It's a thing.
We might have run out of power, actually. Right, was the power from the lighthouse actually here? Let's check on the battery. Oh yes.
At least, you know, it winds itself on its own. You don't have to actually click and hold like in your game.
But isn't that much superior to actually exercise when you're playing a game?
I won't judge. I can't be trusted to be objective.
Anyway, let's go back to explore the red square room. Nope, not yet.
That's
Oh,
further.
crap. No,
Giving up.
just Just imagine being the Myst person. Being trapped and going odd directions because you clicked accidentally elsewhere. Okay, so... Crap. Wait, it actually just drains the battery immediately.
Why would you do that? Get down.
I forgot.
Okay,
maybe I didn't forget.
That's completely okay. That would be quite useful, Norm.
You can't play this
Apparently,
game without
yeah.
a hand crank.
The only thing we can carry is that piece of red paper. And we're showing it to everyone as we walk, as like a badge, I guess.
We
Right.
have to wind
Keep
up the
winding.
generator with the red page.
It's quite a feat without, folding it or destroying it.
Yeah, maybe that's
Freezing
why
it.
the brothers are so loopy.
Uh-huh. Their pages have been damaged a little bit too much.
Yep.
It's a metaphor, isn't it?
For what exactly?
The pages are their thoughts.
Is that a metaphor?
Yeah,
Is it not a...
they're confused and lost.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say something like, isn't it a metonym, but it really isn't. Yes, Gravel's quality. Let's press this button.
Don't. Let's have a look around first, please.
Well, there's another door that leads to the other passage. There's a room here that is clearly Akenar's. This blue page here.
Of course,
This is
there's
what
a
he
blue
slept on.
page. Ah,
That's disgusting.
it totally is.
What is it even? It looks like oilcloth or something.
Yes, let's go with oil. It's oil. Can we look elsewhere?
But I'm fascinated.
Oh, and the lamp. Oh, that's just bad.
What lump?
Turn to the right.
Oh. You know.
Their taste in decoration. I mean, his at least is just...
And despite being on a rock in the middle of the ocean, he has hunted down some deer.
Yeah.
Or is that actually... Yeah, it is
They are
antlers.
antlers, yeah. I still don't know where the two brothers fit in that particular world.
Well, they come to live here. Map. Marker switch.
The vault is something the island
The
achieved.
vault is located on the island of Myst.
Achieved.
Very easy. Instructions are full. Each of the marker switches turn every one of on position. They, as a final step, turn there to the...
Yes.
So you see, we have to turn on every single marker switch except for one.
Dun, dun,
But
dun.
we don't know which one.
Ooh, so many worlds.
So many maps. Hologram, I don't know.
The rose.
Advanced technology right there.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Jackson was the first one to do that in his video clip. But I was wrong. Myst was first. Morphing right there. They must have had fun coding that. Love designed by Autoclock. It really could be. Or Enclave Killer. Either or.
Who's Autoclock?
Morrowind Mother.
I see. They do that?
No, not that one.
That sort of thing?
You had to go hunting for the name.
Now, before we do the thing here again, where I press the button,
Yes.
before we do that,
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to Cirrus's room
Because
Well, because we had the left part of the marker switch thing there.
you think that the other one is gonna be there.
I'm just gonna do another.
Bubbles skull. Who's Bubbles? And the middle part is not a drawer?
No.
Okay. So if I was a piece of paper, where would I be?
Well.
A desk sounds alright. Under the pillows.
Yeah, he looks like the sort of guy. But no. Anyway, it might be in a different, or it might not even exist. Anyway.
Oh, wow, okay.
What?
I asked who is Bubbles, and
Oh,
it
I
was
see.
Michael Jackson's chip. I did not know that.
Okay, so there's there is this. Oh crap!
What happens besides the light coming out?
But is it really that I press it, or is it
Or
that?
is it a coincidence that every time you approach, the power runs out?
Really makes you think.
Totally, I must say, as far as interior design is, I have a very clear preference for Sears.
Ready?
Yeah. We're having so much fun there. Please do not get too excited by that.
Anyway, so we have
Used to
pumped out the
Wonder.
boat.
I wish there was power on.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep. Crank it good.
So this room is here to allow the players to reflect, ponder, think about what happened so far. Wonder where their past might. Okay, that's not.
Oh, no time to wonder. Darn.
Did you actually activate the secret word?
No.
So it's just saying.
That's the timer that says there's a secret word.
Ah, cool.
But tomorrow I should have the better secret word. I don't have it.
No, not yet. No,
No,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Oh wow, and there's no power in there.
Oh, it's very dark.
Pretty. Is that a
Turtle.
turtle?
I think.
Yeah, from here it could be anything. There's a light.
Yeah, but it just goes up. So I have a theory.
Yes.
My theory is that I go down there and I press the thing and it goes womp, 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 and then this actual room lights up.
Like it's either or. It's either you power everything or that one room. The whole game is designed to make you ponder life decision. Well, it certainly gives you time to reflect.
Actually, I don't think I have to stand here. I just like the sound.
It's alright. It's perfectly alright. I hope we can see the room with the water and the sea and all that. It looks quite pretty.
Although, what was the lighthouse number? 135.
Yes, it was 125.
35.
30, yes. 135 degrees.
So, assuming this is 0,
Okay.
um,
Sorry, Norm.
and there's 360 degrees,
Yeah.
180 is
Lord.
here. How many divisions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
You
13,
can trust
14,
LL
15,
to turn a
16.
fun game into a mathematical puzzle.
Excuse me, I was
Do you
counting.
want to code the answer?
Are you making fun of me?
A little bit.
Okay, anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2. Okay, there's 32.
You realize that anyone tuning in the stream right now is gonna go, what is this? It's a counting game?
Mm-hmm.
How exciting!
Anyway,
Yes.
so the 32. The lighthouse at 135.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I like the water in that room, okay?
Okay.
But think, where is 135 degrees?
I mean, it would be around. This is 120. No, 35. It's this one. There's a light.
What is it?
I don't know. It's light. Just light.
It's just light.
And now perhaps the other room is also light.
You're too rich, is that it? You know you can I was gonna say waste, sorry. You can spend your septims on things and stuff.
Fair trade. There's no inflation. Well, stream latency, so
Saved us.
you know.
Look, you're not doing the sound. Okay, here we are. Oh, that's a lot prettier.
I think they did something wrong here.
The
Whoa.
perspective looks a bit
Whoa.
funny, but let's look around the
We
room,
are
shall
on
we?
the drunken boat, drunken boat, drunken
No.
boat.
What shall we
I
do
don't
with
know.
the drunken sailor? What shall we... I still like the song, okay? Don't do that. Look around properly, please.
Okay, so there's a desk.
A magic
desk.
desk.
With a Myst book.
And this is how we get back.
And I have the blue page.
Well, let's start with the blue page, I guess.
Really? Arcanar is your favorite of the two?
No. I don't trust or like any of them.
Myst. Ba-dum. Yep.
Instant, viral video. Here we go.
Let's put the blue page on the red book. No, it's just what we had before. So let's put it here.
Blue page on the blue book makes sense. Let's go with a crazy one. Ah.
More pages you find. Bring more. Must have some more.
You must have some more.
All I ask of you. Long,
Oh, he's gonna cry again.
it's so long since my brother Sirius wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes. Pretty speech. Greed which is endless. It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all before. I bring the red pages to him. Not let it trick you. Trick our father.
tricked our father?
Hideously murdered our father.
No way.
You murdered
Me?
touch the red pages.
You will.
Beg you, bring the blue pages
Neither. I'll bring neither.
to me. Listen, you must obey me. Pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
So, did they hire actors?
Now you see, I think they are the two brothers that made the game.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. Because paying anyone for that would have been... Choop, 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 choop.
Let's go back for services page. No, they were literally the two guys that made the game. I don't know which is better.
The two guys that made the game. You know, I think that's fair. Oh, we have to go through that again.
Yeah, such a shame. We're gonna have to hear.
The sound again. I wish there was a.
But that's an
command for
extremely
that.
efficient pump. I mean,
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, amazing.
just like that, it goes a bit.
It's a shame we can't pump all sections of the boats. Right, and there's one boat, but you know. What's happening?
I just want to double check that this is still on. It definitely looks like it.
Mm-hmm. It was such a good thing that I wrote that number. Somehow I knew it. Getting tired?
Maybe.
No, it's about 1 o'clock. Getting up early tomorrow?
In a way.
Yes. Okay, last time. That's the last time.
This little pump just fills me with determination. Hearing it just
So good. So
pump
good.
away.
It is, Norm. Quality stuff being built here. You can't deny that. I like the music in here.
And that's all you get of it.
It's the sort of music you can have to meditate.
Or fall asleep too.
Exactly. Hey, Zach.
The most energy, what does that even mean? I'm
That's it.
energetic by default.
And naturally enthusiastic about everything.
Let's just listen to.
Have returned.
You have returned indeed. Oh.
Additional page.
Red. Bring.
Page.
My prison on this forgotten island of Myst. I see that you are.
I am.
We are.
I am.
Serious. I need all the red pages. I know. Must search. Bring 2 more.
Two more.
I am released. I promise.
I don't think so.
Don't touch the blue pages.
Oh, don't touch the papers.
Evil.
For
Evil.
my wicked brother.
Acting.
Man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me.
He looks so disgusted.
Release Agnar.
Of course.
For destruction is none.
Got that.
Please release me from this prison. Promise you will be greatly rewarded.
Roller coaster. Oh god.
Must help.
It's not a good level.
It's weird. But anyway. So
Oh,
how strong
thank
are we?
God, it's finished.
How strong are we?
How strong?
How strong are you?
In terms of not being sleepy,
Yes.
I think we should be going to sleep quite soon.
But are you saying that for me or for you?
For both of us.
But if you could go on, wouldn't you?
How many? There's 1, 2, 3 more ages. Am I saying that
There's
right?
2 right now that we can see. 1 and 2.
Right. And we've done 2. No, I think we should keep the next 2 for the next stream.
Are you sure there's more to the game after?
Yes. And yet, it's out of Myst like coming out a little bit. Yes. Look at you. You're yawning.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying myself.
I know. You can enjoy yourself again soon. In the meanwhile, I think Norm is right. I'm gonna hear that sound all night.
Which sound?
You know the one.
Oh.
Go ahead, do it. You know you want to. The beautiful thing is I sort of whispering it in my ears. Oh, brilliant. I'm so blessed.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's 5 books, so there's 5 ages,
Mm.
I think.
And which one is the next one?
Well, Sorceress was suggesting the roller coaster, which is one way to call it.
And what's special about it?
There's a,
It's the rocket one, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Is there actually a roller coaster?
Of sorts, yes.
You go for a ride?
Yeah.
And you put your glasses to see in 3D?
No.
Oh. You see? You see? If you had said yes, I would have tried it. But no, really. I think we should call it a day. Or a night, actually.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Zach. You only just joined us, but we are actually... Yes, the pumping sound. That. An engineer's lullaby. That's one way to call it.
How do you save? Okay.
Ah. Yes. Good. Can you imagine if we couldn't save, then we'd have to play the whole game.
Oh no.
No.
What? I have a flashlight? What? What is this sorcery? What's the point of the lights in the game when you can have a flashlight? Oh jeez.
You didn't know that.
No, it's not in the original game for sure.
Some really, really good flashlight too.
Yeah.
Till
Let's
next
take a
time.
walk in the forest.
Indeed.
Tiana.
Tiana.
Maybe it's a grave, so it's kind of sad.
Let's keep that for the next stream, shall we? Shall we?
We shall.
Alright, stream. That's it. I've lost my boyfriend.
Exit game.
Yeah, I do. I really do like the idea of permadeath, actually, Prof. I've been thinking about it, but I mean, I do have to finish my current playthrough, then Fallout. But I do like the idea of permadeath. It must make things more, I don't know, more, you know. I'm
What?
sorry, it's late. I can't think anymore. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Well, tonight, really. And, well, let me see. Tomorrow is Saturday. I will be streaming Oblivion. And then Morrowind on Monday. When do you come back on Sunday?
Myst on Sunday.
When do you come back?
It's early enough for Myst on Sunday.
Alright, so apparently we'll be streaming the next part of Myst on Sunday.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. See you very soon. Have a lovely afternoon or night. Adorbs.
This is how I
From
will.
sun to the night. No.
This is the lullaby
No.
for tonight.
For the first time in my life, I'm considering kicking you out.
Luckily, the sofa is right next to the bed, so.
Sure. Bye bye, guys.
Yep. Bye bye.